Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online class. Again, situation made us to meet in online class. Be safe and be in touch with the subject. Related to track 2 chapters, we will discuss about that. For example, in case of that fluid, so basically we know that meaning of the fluid in day-to-day life, we're having lot of applications of the fluid. For example, in case of that perfume bottle, if you spray, means if you push that bottle at the top side, that liquid will come upside here. So that is that fluid. How the fluid is getting rise upside, we have to understand. And from the fluid, we are having lot of engineering aspect applications. So for example, in case of that hydraulic lift, so hydraulic lift means in order to carry that heavy weight, we are going to use that lift. Or in case of that vehicles, in order to unload, so in order to unload that goods material, we are using that lift here. So from that hydraulic lift, that heavy container is going to changes its position. It comes to that inclined position, right? So in case of that hydraulic lift is involves that principle of fluid here. And as well as nowadays in all kind of that vehicles we are using that hydraulic brake. How this hydraulic brake will get to work, will understand. And also in case of that most of you are familiar about the cricket. In case of that bowling, so we are going to consider that swing ball, in swing and out swing ball we can consider. How the ball is going to swing, so how the ball is going to change in its direction we can consider. So in order to understand all such aspect, we need to understand about the properties of the fluid. So next chapter is mechanical properties of the fluid, we can understand here. So next chapter is mechanical properties of fluid. So next chapter is mechanical properties of fluid. Wait a minute. Okay, right. So in case of that mechanical properties of the fluid, I use the term fluid here. Let us begins with the concept. What's the word mean of fluid here? Fluid is actually Latin word. The word fluid refers to flow. So what's the mean of fluid here? Fluid means to flow. So that we can call it as fluid here, right? In case of that fluid, so I said to flow. So in case of that flow, so liquid is also getting flow and as well as gaseous material is also getting flow here. So in case of fluid, so both liquid and gas together we can call it as fluid. So fluid, it doesn't mean that it is only for the liquids. Fluid means it is applicable for both liquids as well as gas we can consider. In order to understand about that applied part related to fluids, so let us begin with some basic aspect related to fluids here. So those are basic properties of fluids here. Properties of fluids, right? So generally we know that in case of that fluid, atoms are arranged randomly we can consider. So that is first property. Atoms or molecules arrange randomly, right? In case of that fluid, so fluid is not having definite shape. It occupy the shape of the container. So we know these things, these sense in high school physics. So it is not having definite shape and size. So fluid is not having definite shape and size we can consider, and it occupy the shape of the container. Right? And third important property related to fluid is fluid, it does not withstand for shearing stress we can consider. So remember here, fluid does not withstand for shearing stress. So about that stress we understood in case of mechanical properties of solid. So or we can consider that. Let us recall it. For example, take this is one solid substance, right? So to this solid substance, I will apply that force here. So two equal forces are applying in opposite direction. one force is in forward direction, another force is in backward direction. For example, this is one solid object you can treat. One force is forward, one force is backward, means object is getting deformed in its shape here. So look at here, object is getting deformed in its shape and size we can consider. So but whereas in case of the liquid is not having that proper shape, right? For example, if you apply that two equal forces in opposite direction to the liquid, then what happens here? So this liquid starts flowing in the direction of the force here. So did you get my point? Whenever that force is applied to the liquid is starts flowing along the direction of the force you are going to apply. So that's what we can consider. Fluid does not withstand for shearing stress, we can consider. Fluid does not withstand for shearing stress. Shearing stress we can consider, right? For example, while discussing about the concept of fluid, I said that fluid means it consists of both liquid as well as gas. Then what's the difference between liquid and gas here? So in case of the liquid is incompressible, we can consider. So liquid, we are unable to make it compress. So liquid is incompressible. Liquid is incompressible, but when you pour the liquid in the container, liquid occupy the definite volume. Liquid is incompressible and having definite volume here. But whereas gas, we can able to compress it. So gas is compressible. Gas is compressible, we can consider, and it occupy entire volume of the container. Entire volume of the container. So my handwriting is not so much neat. You can understand my language here. For example, next property related to fluid. For example, in case of that liquid, I said that liquid is incompressible, but it can occupy the volume, means it can occupy the shape of the container, it has definite volume. But whereas in case of the gas we can able to make compress here. Gas is compressible and that gas occupy the entire volume of the container. So gas, we are unable to make that only half of the gas is occupying the container. You are not supposed to say like that. So gas occupy that entire shape of the container, right? In order to understand that mechanical properties of the fluid, so this fluid I can bifurcate into two parts here. One is hydrostatics, another one is hydrodynamics here. So look at here, fluid I can understand by making two parts here. For example, one is hydrostatics. Hydrostatic, another one is hydrodynamics, right? The word static refers to stationary here. So look at here, in case of hydrostatics, which deals with the study of properties of the fluid when the fluid is at rest position. So look at here, in case of hydrostatic, which deals with the study of properties of the fluid when the fluid is at rest position, right? When the fluid is at rest position, so we'll understand in this chapter about that Pascal law and about that Archimedes principle and about that surface tension. So these three things I can understand when the fluid is at rest position. About that Pascal law, Archimedes principle and surface tension we can understand in case of hydrostatics. Whereas in case of hydrodynamics, the word dynamics refers to flow here. So in case of the fluid, hydrodynamics means which deals with the study of properties of the fluid when the fluid is under the motion. If the fluid is at rest position, what are the characteristics properties of the fluid can possess, I can understand here. If the fluid is under the motion, what are the properties of the fluid, I can understand. If the fluid is under the motion, we'll understand about that equation of continuity, and we'll understand about that Bernoulli's principle, and we'll understand about that viscous force here, or in simply we can consider as viscosity. So look at here, in case of the fluid, in order to understand that properties of the fluid, I can make that two part here. One is hydrostatics, another one is hydrodynamics here. In case of hydrostatics, we'll understand that properties of the fluid when it is at rest position. If the fluid is at rest position, so we'll understand Pascal law, Archimedes principle and surface tension. If the fluid is under the motion, we'll understand about that equation of continuity, Bernoulli's principle, and we'll understand about that viscosity. In upcoming class, we'll discuss about these Pascal law and Archimedes principle.